Good morning. Here we are once again this morning and broadcasting onto a radio. And what we are doing this morning is to give us what is happening inside Liberia. Two Radio is broadcasting from Pennsylvania, the United States of America. And today we have with us, let's see, okay. As I said, we are here this morning and I going strictly to view events unfolding in Liberia. So this morning we have with us two of our correspondents, and we might have other correspondents joining us this morning. But before we continue, we asked Abraham Colley, who is in Mosovado County, to tell us a little bit about what is the atmosphere like in Liberia. So Abraham, welcome to Two Radio this morning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jensen. It's a pleasure again to be here after going for the weekend, and we are back and fresh with those major happenings. But River is kind this morning, and the weather condition is good. We are experiencing sunshine here, and I can say so everything is good as well. People are going about doing their normal things.
Okay, so let's go straight into business this morning. What are some of the events that have unfolded over the weekend and, of course, this morning?
Well, as you may be aware, the issue of the resumption of schools for students in the country, across the country, have commenced on the 1st of November, but there have been a series of cries in the public from parents, ranging from self-supporters, those students who are supporting themselves as well, regarding the issue of financial constraints that they are going through, and then the issue of the death of Dr. Turbot, Warren Turbot, also the government of Liberia, coming up with a statement on yesterday that they should be calling on the citizens to help in the process of getting everything done to ensure that they can help in the process of providing those necessary information how to prevail justice concerning the death of Mr. Turbot. So these are some of the things, and the representative of District Number 9, Nima County, also shares the need of road connectivity. According to him, his district lacks road connectivity because several routes that leads to his district road is in a deplorable condition. But currently, he's gearing towards a completion of a ferry in District Number 9. So,
and who is that representative?
Is Johnson Kweklu.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
and for Reverend William R. Turbot III, we also got information that the relatives or family members of Reverend Turbot is calling on challenging government to do all they can to bring out so information as to what led to his death. So that is just in addition to just what you said. The government, indeed, we read the press release that came from government that they are offering an award of $15,000 to citizens. Have there been anyone that have come out with any information so far, or has the government said anything?
No one is yet to come out. No one is yet to come out with any information concerning the death of Reverend Turbot as it stands. But on yesterday, like I said, there was a press statement being released by the Ministry of Information and Law of the Government of the Republic of Liberia. Calling on citizens that may have concrete or genuine information leading to the death of the late Reverend Turbot.
We are getting information that we are getting information that Liberians are, fearing for their lives because of this continuous, disappearance or mysterious deaths. How true is that?
Of course it is. All 100% you got You got roughly around 75% who are on, calling on radio every time on the phone line on various, community radio stations or radio stations in the country. People will speak on the issue of the massive killing that is ongoing in the country, and it's also they also attributed to some of the bad workings of the government and the issue of the security sector being weak, not improved, and what of you. So I understand people are fear. Even those who have family members abroad or in the diaspora have also are also informing that people who want to come for the festive season to not turn up because the issue of secret killings is on the increase in the country.
Okay, and so we will definitely keep eyes on what is happening when it comes to the security situation in Liberia. We are hoping that we will speak to some authorities from the Ministry of Justice. We're doing all that we can to get in contact with some authority of that agency of government. But we also got to understand that the captivating the lawmakers are supposed to be questioning Ministry of the security apparatus. And the security apparatus herself said they do having a joint meeting. Do you hear anything from those angles?
Not ready. I'm doing a follow on it, and as soon as it is done, I'll come back to the same platform with the development. So as it stands, yeah.
Okay, so we hold you right there. Let's see how we get in contact with Shadrach, and as soon as Shadrach, how are you? Okay, this is just a minute. Yes, Shadrach, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jensen. It's good to be on the platform this morning after the Almighty Creator has given us another day to see a brand new day.
Okay, thank you so much. What is happening from your end? Hello, Shadrach?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, I'm asking you, what is happening? What are some of the events that might have occurred over the weekend this morning?
There are many events that took place over the weekend. First, they start with the by-elections within Bomi County District 1. And over the weekend, we pay a visit in the western part of Liberia that comprises of Bomi, Cape Mount, and Bapolu counties. Okay. As you may be aware, there was a vacancy during the 2020 senatorial election that led Edwin Snow, now Senator of Bomi County, who once represented District 1. So that place has been vacant, and the National Elections Commission has declared that place vacant, and campaign, as I speak to you, is ongoing within Bomi County. So there are 9 candidates that are participating within a by-election. And those 9 candidates, you have Obadiah Vani, who happens to be the former city mayor of Tottenham Bread City. You have Fina Bagba Lassana, who happens to be the wife of former Bomi County Senator, the late Lahai Lassana. You also have Charles Brown, who is the Assistant Director for Press at the Liberian Senate Press Bureau. You have one Sir Vincent, and the list continues. So all of them are contesting in the by-election, but there are some issues being raised by the citizens now.
What are those issues?
Those issues, one of those issues include that they are calling on Bomi County Senator Edwin Snow to distance himself from the by-election because he got elected as a senator. So they are calling on him not to get involved within the election, and they should leave the election with those that are contesting.
So what are some of the things that Edwin Snow is doing for which people are calling on him to distance himself?
The lone female candidate within the entire process. So because of this, others are being threatened, but that's not the main issue. The main issue here is that citizens are now looking at how they are being abandoned over the years by those that represented them, because you know that District 1 is hosting currently one of Liberia's big investment concession Mano Farm Oil Company. So based on that,
okay, Shadrach, we will come back to you, try to do some adjustment with the internet. We'll come right back to you. Let's hear from Fokpaye. Fokpaye, welcome again to to your radio. How is Lofa County?
Well, thank you very much. Lofa is doing very. Students are going to school.
Okay, so besides the student going to school, what are some of the events? How's the road situation, the money exchange situation in that part of Liberia?
Well, that is another serious problem, especially exchange rate here in Lofa. Currently, the rate is 145. But what is quite strange is that you have the U.S. rate dropping, but things prices, commodity prices are still the same. So scholars are wondering what's really happening because they expect the U.S. rate to drop and the prices should also drop, but you still have everything still consistent.
Okay, and so
in another news I like to give out shortly is there's a lady called Popo Warawu, a businesswoman. She said she was traveling to.
For why we are not getting you? We are not getting you.
Are you getting me now?
Yeah, right.
Okay. So I said there's a businesswoman here in Vonjama. Her name is Popo Warawu.
Right.
She's the owner of Facebook Entertainment Center here in Vonjama.
Okay.
She said to us that while en route to Monrovia, she was in the front seat of a vehicle, and she went asleep while on the vehicle, and 10,000 United States dollars got missing from her. So she brought a public service announcement to the radio station that anybody who actually come across this 10,000 US, they should bring it to her or report it to the police station.
Well, that's another issue because recently, I think in Nima County, if I'm not mistaken, a young man found what is the amount? Some huge amount, and then that became
50,000 United States dollars.
Right, $50,000, and that became a major issue where he was awarded by President Weah. So to hear that someone has missing 10,000 United States dollars, that gives some. What are the people discussing? What are some of the discussions in that direction?
Well, since the announcement came into the studio, we announced on the radio, there are others who think that this is becoming political. From Nima County, now it's Lofa County. Perhaps we hope that somebody will just find it 10,000 US. What would the president do? Will the president make some intervention like he did in Nima County? If yes, then why is the CDC targeting on the B County? These things are happening. In Nima, 50,000. Now in Lofa, it's 10,000 United States dollars. So there are others who think that somebody already in possession of this money. They just want to take some time, and then you have the government again making some intervention like they did in Nima County.
Well, that's another issue we have to keep our eyes on because it is always said wherever your money is, your heart is always there. And so, for someone, even those who have money, to lose about $100, they always want to know where is that $100. So to talk about $10,000 getting missing, $50,000 getting missing, it creates a lot of doubts in the minds of a rational person. Howbeit, we will keep our eyes on those things. What else is happening in Lofa County?
Well, the Progressive Youth for Community Safety Initiative recently launched awareness on the establishment of a special GBV code in Lofa County. And they are in partnership with the European Union, USAID. And according to the organization, they are calling for the establishment of a special code that would treat GBV cases in Lofa because most of the cases, sexual gender-based violent cases in court, sometimes, it takes long before they can even have the case placed on the docket for discussion. So they are calling for a special GBV code to be established in Lofa because there are too many cases of GBV that the code is not taken seriously. Somebody just drag it. So they are calling for the establishment, they're on awareness for the establishment of GBV code in Lofa County.
Okay, so once again, let's see what is there been any information on Lofa County Senator-elect Brandon Samuka?
Well, currently as we speak, the supporters of Honorable Brandon Samuka held a major press conference. In that press conference, they said President George Manuel Weah provided some money to convince respectively to call on the government to conduct a rerun election or a by-election since Brandon Samuka cannot take office.
I'm not sure we got that message clearly. Are you saying the youth that support Brandon Samuka are calling on the city mayor of Monrovia to come and conduct another election?
They make an allegation against the mayor of Monrovia that the president, George Weah, provided huge sum of money to Jefferson Tamakoji to come and bribe chiefs in Zaza, in Vonjama, and Foya, respectively, to make a petition to the government of Liberia that since Brandon Samuka cannot take office, there is a need for a rerun or a by-election in Lofa County so that we can have a full representation in the Honorable Liberian Senate.
But from an independent angle, from your own investigation, what are you gathering? What are you hearing from the chiefs?
Well, some of the chiefs from Zaza specifically, the town chief from Konya admitted that yes, Mayor Koji office staff, not the mayor himself, but his staffers came in Zaza to organize an honorary program for chiefs in Zaza. So, but they didn't talk about petitioning the government of Liberia to conduct by-election. But he said the mayor office staff are currently in Zaza for an honorary program to honor chiefs.
Wow. So that could be a hint to what probably you just stated, because honoring program being organized at this time when there is major confusion over Brandon Samuka is something that we have to keep our eyes on. We're also trying to see how we can bring Brandon Samuka on this platform. We're making all the arrangements. We hope we can get that done so that indeed we can hear from the senator-elect. Okay, so let's hold you right there and go to Shadrach. He was having some internet problem and he's joining once again. Shadrach, how you doing again?
I'm okay, and I sincerely apologize for the break-in because this was Liberia with our internet system.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's go straight into what you were discussing. What are some of the
Like I was saying, with the issue of the concession area in District 1, it has been a major challenge for employees that are employed with the manual for which it was sent by then. So now the citizens are saying those lawmakers that have represented them in the past for District 1, they have failed to advocate on behalf of them on the election time. They usually see lawmakers going there pretending to say they are some of those activists for the concession area. So because of this, they have found on Senator Snow to stay away from the entire process because he is one of those persons, according to them, that have promised over the time that he was going to be one of the lead advocates for them in making sure that the manual pump oil company can do the rightful thing. But since then, even when he was representative, according to them, there were a lot of redundancy that took place for which he never made any intervention. In recent time, 26 securities were illegally dismissed and they took their case to the labor court. They won a case and the labor court instructed the company to reinstate them. But since then, they have not been reinstated and they have written a communication to Senator Snow several times for his intervention, but not at all according to them. So those are issues they are talking about, that the senator should stay away from the campaign process and let the common citizen make their own decision as to who they think is best suited to represent them at the House of Representatives.
Were you able to meet to speak to Senator Snow?
Well, on several times we have did so, but because of this, with the citizens concerned in one of the biggest camp called Mare Camp in recently over the weekend, I beg your pardon, that led to Senator Abraham Darius Dillon and Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence going to run campaign there as well for their own candidate of the CPP in person of Charles Brown. So when they went there, they started to raise these issues, the citizen as well. So the two senators started saying that the candidate that Senator Snow is also putting forth, the citizens shouldn't support that candidate because it would be like they are trying to erase him. So Senator Snow, in providing clarity on his official Facebook page, he outlined some of those issues for which I lived in Bombay for the past 15, 20 years. I just recently came back to town. So I followed the day-to-day happenings where he said that the various camps he advocated for them to have safe drinking water, for which it is a blatant lie. They haven't. Since then, they have instructed the company to do so. The company having the issue of employment, the redundancy. As I speak to you, they are still redundancy people at the company. There have been no intervention, but he posted on his page that he had made serious intervention. So those are issues. Even the renovation of the various camp houses, wherein he said that he also told the plenary of the House of Representatives, by then he was representative, about the manner and form the company is operating. But since then, there have been nothing of such to be done. The company only pretend like they are going to do so, and after they should have turned their back and they don't implement. So with those issues, the two senators also spoke about it. So this has been the trending issue within Bombay County. Not also forgetting, am I live?
Yeah, you are live. You are live. Continue.
Okay. So another issue is that a 36 years old lady called Siatama, who burned her little son here at the age of 6 years old. His name is Johnson Tama. Johnson Tama here got burned for a little or nothing, according to his mother, Madam Siatama. She said that Johnson Tama normally pick over food, little kids had to be satisfied when their parents cook, and
well, that is a very sad situation. We have
this, he was caught picking over his aunt, so she got angry, and at just she managed to have taken the black plastic bag.
Yeah, okay, as I was saying, I think we have some
of her son being arrested at the Tottenham Bread police station. Has been forwarded to the Tottenham Bread Magisterial Court. She is on ongoing question.
Okay, Shadrach, we definitely going to we definitely going to follow up that. We got a photo of the little child and that got from the mother. What else do you have from your end, Shadrach, as far as Shadrach is gone? And let's go back to Abraham Okoli. Abraham, you've been on for a while now. What else do you wish to tell us as time is running?
Mr. Jensen, like I said, as you may be aware, school have resumed. There are some self-supported students, and also less fortunate kids who that parent doesn't have the financial strength to send them to school, are calling on partners to help them in the process. And the issue of tuition fees, administrators raising tuition fees high this semester is one of the key things that people are now looking at all on. Different platforms like the radio. You open the telephone now, people will call. They see they are facing some serious challenge. Parents will call and say that this year, tuition fee has gone high, and even to the point that the the education minister himself, Professor Ansosoni, having a school, a well-funded school that have air condition, that have good, good environment for learning, also having an institution like that kind of entity, people paying high fees, and also it's a reason that he's allowing private institutions to carry off fee that parents won't be able to send their kids to school. And this morning, we've been doubting that the education minister doesn't have a school, but it was vividly clear this morning when the communication director, who happened to be J. Maxine Blayton, appeared on our sister's radio this morning on their talk show and said that it is true that the minister have a school and it's fully air conditioned, the environment is conducive, but he got his school before he can send the ministry he started making money before he got sent as a minister. So it doesn't mean that when he's a minister, he doesn't have right to his property. But I mean, people are taking it in another context. But now, if you being a minister of education and looking at the current constraint that single parents face with sending their kids to, I mean, school in terms of galvanizing funds that will enable their kids to acquire quality and affordable education is key as well. So the issue of this year opening of school, there are some students who are sitting because of financial constraint. So they are not able to go to school. So there was need that the Minister of Education and the government of Liberia herself or himself needs to come into the situation, because if you find out only public schools, the government are launching those free scholarship or probably those scholarship fund draft in, leaving the private institution on them, which of course they are all within they all fall within the confine of the Ministry of Education. That are private institutions that raised up the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Education and that needed to benefit some of the scholarship. So why would you come and give a launch 30 million scholarship in Bong, launch 25 in Mangibi for only public schools?
Okay, we can
some of the concern around the place.
Okay, we will definitely have to look into that. I think there are some government policies on school, and there's a free tuition at a government-run university. We have to see whether we can have a general view on that and then report on the situation. Let's get back to Shadrach. Shadrach, it seems to be you having this internet problem this morning. I think that's one issue we've been talking about recently. What's going on? Yeah.
It's like the internet from my side is somehow giving some problem this morning with Orange, Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I was saying, Madam Sia Tama is currently undergoing investigation at the Tottenham Bread Magisterial Court, and Leto Johnson Tama, as I speak to you, is undergoing medication. So this situation has drawn the concern of the Ministry of Gender, Children Protection section, and it have drawn the concern of other local organizations as well. So this has been the talk of the time within Tottenham Bread, the by-election, with all of the situation about this 36 years old woman, Madam Sia Tama, who burned the hand of her little 6 years old child.
Yeah, Shadrach, I think that's, when I saw that story, when indeed we're going to publish that on our website, but when I saw the story, I got reminded of, the entire civil crisis and where we are, those who are now parenting our children, the child that probably don't have enough, there are a lot of reasons why these things happen, like in America here, you don't want to have a child go pee over food very easily, because while there's surpluses of food, the child can walk to the fridge and just open and take anything he or she wants to eat. So, but in Liberia, probably you have maybe a parent just cook one cup of rice or two, maybe for I don't know how many number of family members, and so that child is thinking, to have additional meal. But that doesn't give any reason to any parent, because what the child hand that we saw is saddened to see a mother taking plastic plastic bag to light, and placed kind of a hot, melting plastic on the hand of a child. But we hope that we got a report from you that indeed the mother is apologizing. She's asking for forgiveness, right?
Yes, okay. Sorry, there are a lot of interruption when it comes to the call. So because of this, I'm finding it somehow difficult this morning.
Okay, it's
but
okay.
I'm just hoping that everything can be okay from my end. So that's the latest when it comes to our tour within the various counties over the weekend. And now back to the nation's capital, Monrovia, the House of Representatives and the Liberian Senate, to be precise, the Liberian Senate Friday ratified the most talked about $5 million MDA agreement with the Bao Chico mining company that is expected to carry on mining operations within Bapolu County. So now that the Liberian Senate have ratified the MDA and it's a $500 million investment, they will be mining iron ores So they have sent it to the House of Representatives for concurrence. So the last time we did cover the first hearing, and there are a lot of recommendations being made by District 3 representative for Bapolu County Representative Joseph Matthew, for which he is calling on the governor of Liberia and the Bauchico company as well, because within the mineral development agreement that is about to be concorded with by the lower house, they are asking that the company, instead of rendering 300,000 annually as a social development fund, they are appealing that the company at least see reason in at least carrying it up to 800,000, so that the county can be able to benefit speedily in their developmental agenda. Being the MDA as well, the company also committed herself to providing 30,000 United States dollars for scholarship funds for the people of Bapolu County. But this has been a sticky issue now within the agreement. The 300,000, now that the company told the Liberian government that they will be using the Channel Union Railroad. And that railroad, when it has been used, meaning that the company will have to pay some money to Channel Union and the affected counties. And we have about 3 affected counties. You have Magibi, Bon County, and Mosorado, because those are the counties that the railroad is passing through to get to Buchanan City, wherein they will be transporting the iron ore. They will be exporting the iron ores. So with this condition now, the affected communities, they themselves are calling for a portion of the affected fees. So the District 3 representative, Joseph Matthew, is saying that no, we cannot share our 300,000 United States dollars as a county social development fund with those affected communities. Reason being is that the Bauchico mining company is paying a specific amount to Channel Union for the rentage of the railroads. So Channel Union should be obligated to the affected communities because they are the one that owns the railroad. So they cannot take money again from Bapolu County Social Development Funds from the 300,000. So that has been the sticky issue at the lower house. And the chairperson on concession and investment, Representative Clarence Massacre of Lofa County District 2 is the chairperson, so he has taken note of it. And Grand Bassa County District 2 representative as well, Vincent Willie, also is the chairperson on mines and energy. So the both of them are heading that committee. The chairperson on judiciary, petition and claims, Representative Kanu Wesso. He hails from district number 2, Bapolu County. So he is the chairperson. He too is on that committee. So it's a joint committee. So the committees are taking note of their colleagues, Representative Joseph Matthew Pew, and they are waiting for further action for tomorrow. Further action to be taken tomorrow is their regular section within the special ordinary section of the National Legislature. So far, so good. That does it from the nation's capital, the grounds of the legislature this morning.
Okay, thank you, Shadrach. We will definitely follow up on those events. And thank you so much this morning for reporting. And
I cannot hear you because my volume, I'm not getting you.
It's okay, Shadrach, we are getting you. So thank you so much. I was just saying thank you so much.
Let me take a break and be right back. Maybe I can get a clear.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for that. And that was a splendid report from Shadrach, who is reporting events from Bomi County and also from the seat of the legislative branch of government. Abraham, before we leave you, what is the final report?
All right, like I was saying, it will interest you to know. Let me conclude by saying this, Mr. Jensen. It will interest you to know that government saying free education to public school, but still people are paying 5,000, 7,000. People still paying funds. So I don't call it scholarship, but as it stands, so be it. We pray and hope that whatever they're going through or working on, she come to fulfillment. But there have been series of cry around the public within the country regarding the educational sector of our country. That you find out that these days, you saying free scholarship, free learning institution, even if you pay money at UL, say free school, but you pay money, and then the facility is not up to standard.
Okay,
So these
so
are things to go through. I would just like to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for the time. And it's a pleasure. We're all here to provide information to our people, our brothers and sisters who are residing up there, and also those who are here following us live. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
okay, Abraham, thank you so much. And Shadrach, we are also telling you thank you for those splendid reports.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Okay. Okay, thank you guys. And this has been 2A Radio. We've been broadcasting from Pennsylvania and, of course, hearing from things that are happening, many events that are happening in a different county. This morning, we were fortunate to have with us Abraham Colley, Shadrach Destiny Brown, and, of course, we had a report from Lofa County, and that was Fopaye Multipurpose Taylor. And these guys are doing extremely well for 2A Radio, and we appreciate each and every one of you. We will keep hearing each and every one of you to give us an update as to what is unfolding from that part of the world on Thursday. So thank you guys, and we say, yeah, it was good having you guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, those were the voices of our correspondent inside Liberia. We heard from Abraham Colley from Mosovado County, Fopai Multipurpose Taylor, who is from Norfolk County. We also heard from Shadrach Brown. Shadrach Brown is from, he's in Mosovado, but he toured events that are unfolding in Bomi County. He spoke about the elections that's ongoing and some of the tension that are brewing in that part of Liberia. So at this end, we end to this program, and we hope that we will join you guys. Let's see. Okay, so we end today's program, and that's how we do it for our end. And we hope that you join us on Thursday with another edition of Inside Liberia. Have a pleasant day, and join us next Thursday. I've been James Jensen reporting right from here.